Oh yeah, you streaming it to your channel? We're live,
Yeah,
by the way.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Big up everybody. It's been a while since I've done an episode of this. Wolf Den episode 8. I think I ain't done one of these in about 5-6 weeks. But big up, my partner in crime on this episode is none other than Football Bants himself. Because I had to do it, brother. Because I've been like doing so many collabos with this guy, brother. I need to get to know the brother. You know what I'm saying? How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, man. Just another day. I'm good, man. Yeah, the interview thing, boy. Do you know what I'm saying? Usually I'm on the other side. I'm usually interviewing others, but today I'm getting interviewed. So yeah, man, it's been interesting. It'd be interesting. It'd be nice to like, you know what? Yeah, we've been streaming together for a while now.
Two
When I
months,
mean a while, yeah, yeah, but it feels like it's like every week, which I think it is.
pretty
So
much.
yeah, pretty much. So yeah, it's nice to catch up and probably get to know each other a bit more as well. So yeah, man, I'm
Yes,
here, man.
sir.
I'm here and ready.
Right. Do me a favor. Tell me a bit. Tell everyone who may or may not know about you, and if you don't know, get to know about,
Yeah,
about about yourself, bro. Like, tell them that who do you support and why.
yeah. So most people would know that I'm an Arsenal supporter. I s- I kind of like started supporting Arsenal like in the 80s. Um, Main reason being because back in the 80s and stuff like that as well. Do you know what? To be actually, let's go from the start. So
All right, the football origins. Go back. Go
yeah,
back to
so
the
yeah,
beginning.
let's go back to the start. So growing up in the 70s, because I'm quite an old lad now, I used to like watching Liverpool. The Kenny Dalglish's, Graham Souness's, the Sammy Lees and all that guy.
Alan Hansen and all them
Alan
man.
Hansen and all those guys. I used to love watching them play football. Um, Being a London lad myself, when you're that age, you don't really know too much about football. You just watch it because your dad's or your mum's got TV playing football. And I remember I used to watch like FA Cups and league games and stuff like that because you didn't really used to get that much football on TV. It was mostly like on the weekends, it'd be on the CFAX or telly.
ITV grandstand and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, and all that kind of stuff with
Come
Des
on.
Lynam and all that
That,
kind of stuff.
was it the match? Was it they used to
Yeah,
have
something.
the match?
Yeah, the grandstand or something like that. It was called or something like that. But yeah, back in the day, obviously on the weekends, it would be like teletext. My dad might be in the bookies. I mean, looking at
Radio.
radio and all that kind of jazz. You know what I'm saying? So, I grew up in West London. What attracted me to Arsenal? So I'll give you a little bit of context of how I actually got into football. So I remember before the World Cup or before the World Cup started, my dad bought me an England kit, and I think it was the Admiral one. It's an old Admiral kit, man. It's just the old one. Yeah, it's proper old. Retro now, but it's proper old. And what started me, so I used to wear that kit and I used to play football on the street, innit? Because that's what it was back in the day. You'll have a
Street
football.
football, come on, bro. Ragamuffins kicking balls
Yeah, there
against
weren't
the
no
wall. Come
cages
on.
back then. It was just kicking the ball on the street. Do you know what I mean? Curve ball, all that kick ups and all that kind of stuff. Five and in and all that kind of headers and volleys. That's how
Yeah,
it
yeah.
used to be back in the day.
Oh,
So
we used to play 60 seconds.
60 seconds as well.
Play
All of
60s.
that.
Headers
But
and volleys
listen,
only,
bro,
bro.
all of that used to be wicked. So and then in school we used to play football a lot as well. Obviously you got a concrete pitch
Playground.
outside, so we used to play a lot of football. And one of my earliest memories is because I used to go to a school in Fulham, and one of my
Oh,
earliest,
yeah? You went to school in Fulham, yeah?
yeah, I went to primary school in Fulham,
I hope
and
you kissed my club as you went past it, bro.
yeah, yeah, no, listen, bro, we're gonna get into all of that, man. We're gonna get into all of that, man. But yeah, so I went to school in Fulham, and I remember, so I was playing a lot of football, when it was like lunchtime and before school started, I play a lot of football, and for some reason, yeah, I got into like the year above me football team, and it was like a case
Was
of
you a
like,
big lad when you were younger? Because you look a big lad on camera.
nah, do you know, I was skinny, I was small, I was proper marker, bro. I was proper skinny guy. But I remember I got into a year above me, football team. Don't know how I did, but for some reason I got in there.
Envelopes,
Yeah. Hmm?
brown envelopes.
Brown envelopes, yeah, man. And
So you got into the school team
yeah,
above.
because we had a PE teacher, and his name was Mr. Finn. He was massive though, but it was cool. He reminded me a bit of David Bellamy. You remember David Bellamy, the
Yeah,
all
yeah,
plants and all that? He reminded me.
yeah. I remember
of him.
David Bellamy. Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so I got a chance to play in the team above us, the school team, and these were the times, yeah, when that movie Escape to Victory came out. With
Yeah,
Helen
yeah, with Stallone and them lot,
and
Michael Caine.
Stallone,
Yeah, of
yeah,
course,
all
bro.
that.
When he's in goal, yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
So I'm going to give you a bit of context of the game. So
Man said
I
escape
was
to
sub.
victory, you know.
Yeah, I was sub in that game. And come on now, I've never really, this is my first ever game, ever playing a game, yeah. And I was sub in that game. And like, I think we were winning, or we might have been tying. I can't remember. We might be losing or tying or winning. I can't remember what it was. But I remember coming on. I remember my PE teacher say, "Go on, go on, go on. You can go on." And it was a corner kick for us.
Mm.
So, I can vaguely remember, yeah, the corner being taken, and me thinking, "Oh, escape to victory. Yeah, I'm gonna do a overhead kick." I've done an overhead kick, and I scored, mate. I scored a goal, and I remember everyone running up to me and hugging me and all that kind of stuff. And then the next day in assembly, the PE teacher was like, "Oh, well, this is Abs, he scored a brilliant goal." And, I remember everyone just laughing and stuff like that. So that was kind of like my early memories. But as I got older, so between 10 and 11, this is when I started to play football. But I started to like, okay, you know what? I'm looking for a team now. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I like
Into
I
it.
like I like I like teams, and for me, it was Arsenal because one, there was a London club, and two, they had a lot of black footballers in there. They had Mickey Thomas, Paul Davis, David Rocastle. Do you know what I mean? I think Ian Wright came in a bit later, if I can remember. But it was just that team. I love the kit, the yellow and blue kit, and I think I've still got those shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Those shorts what they wore that game
The
in
really short
1999.
ones. The really
Yeah,
short.
yeah. And yeah, I just got into Arsenal, and I can remember watching them and just loving the way the style of play and everything and stuff like that. And then obviously the '89 final. Sorry, the '89 when we won the
Anfield.
league. Yeah, Anfield, where we won 2-0. That was just like,
Thomas
that
with
was
the
probably
winning
one of
goal.
the best memories I've had of my team. One of the best memories I've had of my team, and that's kind of how I kind of got into football from there.
Well, that's not a bad start though, is it? Because that's an Arsenal pulled off what was supposedly mission impossible. Go to Anfield and win by 2 clear goals, and you can usurp Liverpool for the title. And to be honest, no one expected him to do it at the time. All right,
None,
and
it
because everyone
was
because that was
crazy.
because Dalglish was manager of Liverpool right then, isn't it?
Yeah,
And they just won the league the season before.
yeah,
If I
yeah, yeah,
remember
yeah,
correctly,
yeah,
so
yeah.
everyone was thinking the mighty Liverpool were gonna come on, and eventually, obviously, you guys scored two and kept a clean sheet as well.
Bro, listen, man, I was crying at the end of the game. I remember like how much that game meant to me, man. It was just like I was crying in my dad's arms, man. That's how deep it was, bro. I'm telling you, it is
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
one of the most emotional I've been watching football.
How old
So
were you?
so hold on, 4, 8. I think I was about 12. Yeah, I was 12. So I think I just had started high school as well.
Jeez Louise, man. Yeah,
So,
man. What a
yeah,
way to start, man. What a way to
yeah,
start.
man, and yeah, it was
When you say to date, that's still Arsenal's greatest ever footballing night.
one of them.
Exactly.
Winning the league at United as well. That was probably up there as well. Invincible title was good, winning the league unbeaten, but those other those those other
Achievement.
achievements were probably more satisfying, I think. Because we were very good back then. We were a very good team, and we had ballers in our team as well. Do you know what I'm saying? We weren't bottlers. We were ballers. We had men in our team. When you look at our team now, it's full of youngsters. Oh, it's a young team, and all of this. And football's changed. I acknowledge that, and managers. We had a real manager back then, George Graham. Do you know what I'm saying? So you know, that's how I liked it back then. It weren't the prettiest of football, but it got us results.
It was
Uh,
tactical.
and it was tactical as well, And I was upset when George Graham got the sack, man, for that bung rubbish, man. But yeah, man, it is what it is.
So I have to say with that bung stuff with the George Graham stuff, that's why when every Arsenal fan looks at me and goes, "Oh, your team are cheating with money and this, that, and that," I look to the other like, "Listen, if you actually knew your club, shut up."
No, he was a
Like,
good baller as well. I think the bung was over in it. Wasn't it some rubbish baller or something? I can't
I don't
remember
know.
the guy. I
Wait,
can't remember.
I know, but I remember the fact of like that's probably like why you guys sacked him and he went. Was it not? He didn't go. Did he go to Tottenham straight after? I can't remember, but he did. He did.
No, I think he went Leeds, innit? Didn't he go Leeds or something?
He
I
might have
think he
done.
went Leeds.
I need to check that because I'm not being funny. Actually, I have to say I'm agreeing with you there in terms of Arsenal managers I've seen. George Graham probably was my favorite because me being a player as well. I'm a defender, so the
Yeah.
idea of 1-0 to
You
the
defend
Arsenal.
it?
Yes, sir, centre back.
Oh,
Uh,
yes.
yeah,
Are you
man.
tall? Are you quite tall? Or are you
I'm
just like,
tallish, but I can leap like salmon, man, and I'm
oh, I
quick.
hear that. I hear
Because the
that. I
thing
hear
is,
that.
back in the day, when I
Yeah.
was young, when I was playing, we like you, we used to play football whenever
Mm,
we could. Now,
mm.
typically speaking, obviously, like typically when you're boys, you know what I mean, everyone's attacker, no one's defender.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
quite frankly, if you beat the midfield, you're going to score because you're going to go one-on-one with whoever you're going against in the net. And I'm not being funny. Quite often, no one in school wanted to be a goalkeeper, so like no one
Yeah.
was diving for the ball or anything. So you just shoot it hard enough on target, you'll score.
Yeah.
But as I got older, you know what I mean, like, and like I noticed that everyone would always bomb forward, and no one would ever
Defend or
defend.
be
So
at the back.
literally, it was like playing basketball. Like we would score, then because
Yeah.
everyone else was already sitting in our half, they'd just boot the ball up as quick as possible, and then obviously there's no one to defend. So if any of
Yeah.
their players got the ball, they're basically just running for goal. So I decided about I don't know 12, 13. I'm not having this crap no more. I'm actually
Mm,
gonna stop these guys. So when everyone else was bombing forward,
yeah.
I was the only guy that was
Yeah.
used to stay
You're
back.
there. Yeah.
But the thing
So when
is,
they're attacking you now, you're like,
yeah,
not
I'm looking at
really.
everybody like getting awareness. I'm thinking, all right, there's a guy behind me. I can't let him
Yeah.
pass to him. So I'll be like, doing my run based on to make sure I shut off close down the angle for the pass and everything. Because at
Yeah.
that point, I'd watched so much football as well, and I was playing games like FIFA when they
Mm-hmm.
came out on 91 in Mega Drive. Hang on. Let me show everyone a little bit of a collector's item. One
Mad
second.
thing.
1 second.
Mad thing.
Hang on. Bit old, but if people recognize this.
Raw. Yeah, man. Jeez.
Hang on. I can go old school. 1 second. I'm trying to find my other one. Earthworm Jim, all that jazz. I'll have to find it later. But yeah, I'll go. One of the first football games I ever played was FIFA International World Soccer, which
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah, yeah,
when
yeah.
it was just FIFA written on the front of it. None of them Like, so you were a centre back on FIFA 97? You're damn straight I was, bro. I was in FIFA 97. I was a centre back, attacker, you name it, the whole 9 yards, brother. But yeah, but that's how I learned to start defending. And like literally, as I got older, I got better and better and better at it. And obviously, I played for around with a couple of local teams. I was still just like whatever until about 17. Then I started to get into mechanics, and I lost interest in football in terms of playing it for about 5 or 6 years until I started doing coaching with Leighton Orient. And
Easy.
that was just literally blind luck, because one of the guys who used to live in my street, bless him, a guy called Ozzy, was an ex-Turkish international footballer, and Leighton Orient were aware of this. So literally, they used to invite him down to their training sessions and be like, because you're experienced and stuff like that, and he knew some of the coaches down there. It was like, would you like to come down and like give these boys advice and just get involved in the training and give the youngsters like a bit of know-how, because obviously he was a proper baller. And bless him, I'll never forget. One day he goes to me, and I just finished work, and he goes to me, nephew, and he waved him up me over like he normally used to do. And I went up to him, I was like, "What's up, uncle?" And he goes, "What are you doing right now?" And I'm like, "I'm not a lot." Because this guy used to play football with us in the park, bro. So he knew I was a baller as well. He knew Alan and a few of the others were ballers as well. It was like, come with me. So we went down to the local school, which happened to be Tom Hood.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of it or not. But literally, him and two other Leighton Orient coaches were there training the kids. And they said, get involved in the training sessions, get your trainers on, get involved. So I was helping these youths warm up, whatever else. And then obviously, as each day went past and the day like the age group would change, because sometimes it was like under 30, it was under 13s at the time, and then it was under 16s, I think, the way they did it in terms, because it was a school thing. It wasn't like
Yeah.
So like they did it in age categories. And I remember like I was training with the under 16s, and some of them were just under 16, so they're like the 15-year-olds. Some of them were massive, bro. But the thing is, I could do and some of them were taller than me, and it was just the fact of like, it got me into it, and I did it for a couple of years with them. I was training like 4 hours with them 3 times a week. You know what I mean? I got super fit. Like, I picked up so much, like some of the other people got to know me there as well, in terms of like, whenever the different certain coaches like used to like ignore me completely, but some of the other coaches from Orient would be like, yeah, Simon, get involved, we like you. I mean, and one day one of them actually turned around and said, would you like to take a session?
Wow.
And I was like, all right, what would you want to do? And I was like, well, we'll put it this way, I'll show you how to set this up as a basic session. Right, and we'll keep it simple so you don't panic or anything. Like, we'll do something like penalties and free kicks.
Yeah.
So literally, like, right, we got 3 balls, one in a free kick position from the left of the box, one on a free kick position on the right, and one, because it was a 5-a-side pitch and it wasn't a proper full size one, and one in the middle. So if you wanted to practice penalties and trying to just like take shots. So literally, like, this poor little lad, he had like shots flying at him left, right, and center when I first, like, because I was like, all right, go. So all 3 of them run up and kick the ball at the same time. And this little boy in goal was trying to do all this and like trying to stop it all, like, and all that kind of jazz.
Nothing.
It was, but yeah. Did you ever get a chance to do a bit of coaching?
Yeah, I've done quite a bit of coaching actually. So I skip. It's like I think we're gonna skip like my career, but
No, don't. We'll go back and tell it if coaching comes later. I'll go back to you as a player, and when you finish, then we'll go into the coaching. We're not skipping nothing.
All right, so yeah, playing career probably started from about 10, 11. Obviously, I was playing for my school, but I got invited to play for because back then they used to have like district teams.
Yes, sir.
When you're like really good, you get picked, and then it's like the best schools. I mean, the best players from their schools, they get picked to play in the district team. So I got quite a few invites to play for West London district team. We played against a few professional teams like was it Peterborough, can't remember. Might have played Fulham and other teams. I can't remember. It's going back quite a long time there. But I remember I knew Kevin Gallen, who used to play for QPR. I used to play alongside him in the district team because he was a
Oh yeah.
forward. Yeah, he was a forward, and I was a winger at the time because I thought I thought I was a striker back then. I thought, yeah, I'm banging all the goals, but he was a better forward than me. His touch. Who does he remind me of? Who does he remind me of today's type of footballer? He. The thing is with Gallen, yeah, he was quick. He was strong. He was good in the air. He had everything back then. He was a very good player. And he was just better than me. When it came to the wing, though, I was like a lot faster than him because that was me in it. That was one of my main attributes. I was quick. Throughout my career, there wasn't many people, that can keep up with me in terms of like my speed. The only thing that I had to develop was the control with the ball. So yeah, I played for a few Saturday teams. Played semi-pro most of my life. I didn't actually make it to pro, but I did get a couple of trials for Brentford and Fulham. And I remember QPR were also scouting me at one point. QPR bloody scout everyone, by the way. Yeah. So yeah, I remember getting an injury as well. That kind of took me, I think it was 14 when I got a knee injury, and I was out for quite some time. So this is when like the football kind of like I went off football. I didn't go off football totally, but I was just like, you know what, I'm 14 now.
Yeah,
Life, the other rest and all that kind of stuff, doing other things. I got into other things apart from that. And then about 16, I got back into football. I played for Broadfields. I think it was Hertfordshire was that team up. What's it called? Is it not Hertfordshire? I can't remember. Begins with H anyway. I played for a couple of good teams, semi-pro level.
Not Herod's. You talking about Herod's?
No, I can't remember. They're in Hertfordshire, but I can't remember. I don't know if it's Hertfordshire. Harefield. Played for them, and I played for a lot of different teams, throughout the time. We had a team here where I live. I played for them as well. They're good level as well. So, I think I played against Jody Morris. I played against Danny Dichio.
Chelsea player, by the way.
Jody Morris back
Jody
in the
Morris,
day.
by the way.
Jody Morris, because Jody Morris is the same age as me.
He's a nice dude as well.
Yeah, he's safe guy, man. I remember like playing against him, and the guy's got bare skill, man. He was dirty.
Attacking midfielder.
Yeah, he was. Listen, this brother was mint when he used to play. I used to just twist up, man, innit? Because remember when he's younger, he's quicker, innit? So he just used to bun up, man, and just like look at him thinking, oh. And I remember when I was in North End Road once, and there used to be a sports shop on North End Road, and he was with one other guy that used to play for Chelsea. His name, one of my mates as well. His name is what's his surname now? Williston. What's his first name again? I can't remember his first name. Williston. He played one game. He played one game for Chelsea where he played in the first team, and he actually scored in his first in his debut match.
What's that, like 94? Jody Morris is
because this Williston, he's a little bit younger than me. He's probably like in his 40s now, 41, 42. I'm a little bit older than that. So Robert Williston.
Oh, Robert Williston. Yeah.
That's one of my boys, man, from Norfolk back in the day. He's one of my boys. I've got a picture on my phone with him and everything. I remember seeing him with Jody Morrison in North End Road. And we were just jamming and chatting and all that kind of stuff back in the day. But what was I going to say? Yeah, so after that, and we get into the coaching bit now. So, I played a lot of football.
No, hang on. You said you were semi-pro and you didn't make it. So where did you end up playing as a semi-pro then? Right, because when did you finish playing? Finish your playing career?
I finished at 38, bro. So
Oh,
I played,
well, last
yeah.
time I heard you were 16. So you've gone from
No,
16
no,
to
no, 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 no,
38.
no, 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 no. I started playing again at 16. I got injured
Yeah,
at 14, then started playing again at 16.
yeah.
Yeah, I played for various teams. I played for a lot of teams, like semi-pro. But in between all of this, yeah, I played Sunday games, Sunday football as well. So it weren't just Saturday. I played Sunday football as well. And this is what I'm coming to, yeah. So when I got to 25 years old, yeah, I was playing a lot of semi-pro football, but I wanted to also experience having my own football team. So I created my own Sunday football team with my mate Gus, and we had a Sunday team, but we had three teams. So we had an adult team, an under 18s team, and we had a women's football team. Yeah, this is at the age of 25. I was player manager back then. I managed the team for about my team for about 6 years. We won, the equivalent of the Carabao Cup, the League Cup. I remember scoring 2 goals in the final because I was a player manager. So yeah,
Who's a little rude hullet?
bro. Listen, man. Listen, bro. Those days were just, and the thing is, we've got a WhatsApp group as well with my ex players as well. That we keep in contact with. And it's been 20 years since we created that football club. Didn't even have WhatsApp when we started football, bro. It was just like, messaging, or calling them, and it used to be, But even after I finished with that, so say 30, in my 30s, I still went on to play for Saturday teams. I played for some Irish team called Shamrock. I can't remember the actual.
Shamrock Rovers.
Not Shamrock Rovers. No, they're the pro team. I can't remember Shamrock something. They used to be in the Middlesex County League or something like that. But I played for them, and throughout my career. So when you look at it, so I started as a forward. I remember being the highest goal scorer that one season. Sir Les Ferdinand rewarded me with the highest goal scoring trophy. And the next year, my cousin came in.
What, Les Ferdinand himself, yeah?
Les Ferdinand, bro. Les Ferdinand gave me my trophy, my highest goal scoring trophy.
That's not bad, is it? Like, you must remember
that. But he was at the presentation, innit? And the next year, my cousin came into the team, and this is the time where my cousin, he was just a baller, innit? Like, he scored like so many more goals than me. So I went on to, that's when I became a winger. Because I thought I'd be a forward, but he was a little bit taller, a bit stronger, and he can score type of goals, headers, volleys, and all that kind of stuff. I weren't really too good with my head back then, so it was a case of like, you know what, you're a winger, you're quick, you can cross the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? You can cut in and shoot, and your passing is decent, but you're not a forward. So yeah, I was a winger for some time, for about 5-6 years. But when I got to about 31, 32, I moved to midfield. I played centre midfield for a bit. I was quite decent as a midfielder. And then I played as a centre back. I played for a centre back for my remaining years, for about 4-5 years.
Ain't being a centre back sweet.
Bro, listen, the thing is, I was a ball playing centre back as well. So you know what? I was quick.
He was David Luiz.
No, better than David Luiz. You know what? Yeah, not being funny though. Yeah, when you've played forwards, and you've played like most positions on the pitch, when you're centre back, you can see the game, innit? So when a man's coming towards you, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're not getting past me, bro. Yeah, you are not getting past me because I'm quick as well. Do you know what I'm saying? And your reading of the game's even better the older you get, isn't it? Do you know what I'm saying? And like, no guy could ever run past me as a forward. Even the last trophy I won was the Middlesex Cup, and we played against a team called Feltham. I think it's Feltham FC, and I remember, yeah, playing in that final. We won it 1-0, but there was these two forwards. Yeah, they were young, but they were big and pacey. And I remember every time they tried to run past me, I was like, no, no, foot on the ball. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They got so frustrated. Yeah. 38-year-old guy, and you're 18, and you still couldn't bad me up. You may be a little bit stronger and hencher and all that kind of stuff, yeah, but you weren't getting past me. It's all in the mind. So, yeah, went up to about 38, retired at 38, but I had a really good career in football. You know,
Sounds like you had
obviously,
fun with it, bro. Sounds like you had really.
bro, man. Do you know what? I can tell you some stories, bro. Listen, I played on every position on the pitch. Every position on the pitch. I had to, especially with my Sunday team. When people didn't turn up, I had to go in goal once. I actually scored from kicking the ball from the goal once. You know, like goalkeeper. You
Mm-hmm.
know, it was a windy day. I remember this. I remember this, bro. I kicked the ball. The ball bounced over the keeper, and I saved. And I saved a penalty in the same match. We drew that game 3-3. Bro, I've had some mad games, bro. I'm telling you.
Oh,
And you're gonna ask me about the coaching, innit? Should I go on, or do you
yeah,
wanna?
yeah, carry on, man. Yeah, the
Yeah.
show's about you.
So yeah, the coaching element came in when I went. That's when I went to study for my FA coaching badge. I think it's the first level or whatever you call it, and that was quite interesting because you get to, understand, like, soccer, different football phases, and different training techniques and stuff like that. And from there, I kind of like developed my own kind of style. And yeah, man, I had the boys training hard, bro. I had the boys training hard, and I didn't go on to get my second level, but
Mm-hmm.
it was a good experience. And from there, I also taught kids as well. So we do you know what, bro? I've done quite a bit when I think about it. There was another team I used to work with, one guy up in Southwark and in London, and he had a team where his son played for. His son played. His son was like under 10, but he was a brilliant like centre back. And yeah, it used to be Sundays. Sundays they used to play, or Saturdays. I think it was Sundays. They used to play. We used to train, I think, on Thursday nights, and then play games on Sundays. And from the drop from men's to kids is different, in it, because with kids, yeah, it's like you can't act a certain way. You know what I mean? You can't be swearing and all that kind of stuff. You've got parents that are on the sideline that are cussing and all that. They can't do all of that kind of thing and stuff like that. So, and with children as well, you have to be kind of stern, but you also have to, like, what, you
You gotta
can't
be controlled. Yeah, you gotta be
yeah,
controlled.
you can't be like too like, no, you can't do that. You can't be shouting down at them. So that was a good experience. Two of the boys,
It's not like watching All or Nothing,
yeah,
regardless of what club
exactly,
you got. Fucking hell, play. This is Arsenal
yeah,
Football Club.
yeah,
Like,
exactly,
you can't
exactly,
be like that, I'm afraid.
exactly. And two of the boys that trained in the team, they got one went to Southampton, I can remember, and one went to Wolves. Don't know if they're there anymore, but do you know what? That's on my CV, bro. You know what I'm saying? I coached them guys, and they was able to get to them levels. So it goes to show, man. Grassroots football, man. There is a lot of talent. It's just football's changed a lot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's just like the talent is there, but they're in the lower leagues, and it's every now and again that a player from the lower league will break into the Premier League, and people then appreciate that player. But you know, it's crazy because
Well, I'd say even back then it was probably harder to make it than what it is now, because I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
Because of the money in football and the way that everyone's always looking for the next big thing, it was probably a lot harder back then to get into any kind of team than it is now.
yeah, yeah,
because I'm not being funny. Football isn't quite the juggernaut it now, well, back then it is now in terms of the money side of things. But don't get me wrong, like you had to have proper ability and the discipline back then as well.
And yeah, and they wanted players that were big and powerful as well. Do you know what I mean? They look at your size, yeah, as well. And I'm not over 6 foot, and do you know what I mean, tall, and do you know what I mean? I'm
Bro,
not.
how tall are you?
I'm like 5'10".
You're about my height, bro.
Yeah, I'm not tall. I don't know where you get this. You're big and all that kind of stuff. Maybe that way.
You fill out, yeah,
That
you
way.
fill out the camera, bro. That's all it is. Like,
Oh yeah. I do go gym every now and again, but yeah, man.
we're okay. Sit further back next time.
Bro, see me, bro.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we're going tell on.
No, that's about it really. There's probably other little things in between. Now I went uni as well because I really got into the sports science aspect of football as well, and injury management.
Yeah. That's something you need to talk about to my current medical staff at Chelsea, because we can't get no one fit.
Nah, bro. You know what? I didn't even last that course. That's if there's any kind of regrets I had back then, it was probably not being able to finish that course.
Can you tell me why you couldn't finish it?
Nah, you know what? Life. I'll just say life at the time. However, guess who was on my course? I think I asked you. I asked you who was on that course. On that same.
Is this in the same one you said about Tony Adams?
Yes, Mr. Tony Adams, bro. Me and him were in the same semesters. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really used to talk. To be fair, he used to keep himself to himself. He used to hang around with this ballet dancing guy that used to wear like cycling shorts. I don't know what was going on there, but bro, it was one of them ones, man. But yeah, that was probably one of the regrets I probably had. But it is what it is, you know. I've had a long I've had a long career, you know, in terms of football, and now I'm here.
Mm-hmm. Well, on what you were just saying about life, it's strange that you mentioned that, because as much as I am about football, when we were kids, my brother Alan, my twin, he was even more of a nut, and he was doing he's he's UEFA level 1 and 2.
Oh, UEFA B license, yeah?
Yeah, but he was doing it with Arsenal.
What? Your brother, yeah?
Yeah,
Alan,
yeah. But listen to this. This is the ultimate irony, because he was doing it when we were going college. So this was when we were about 16, 17.
Yeah.
And or maybe a bit younger. I can't remember. But the peak thing was, as he was halfway through his term, me and him were crossing the road at a Pelican Crossing, and we got the green man and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
As we walk out, some guy didn't stop, drove over his foot, and ran over his right foot, and crushed his pinky toe. So like literally halfway through like his semester and getting all of his like coaching, like literally like bro, he ran over his foot, and he was done for like 8 months, and obviously he had to drop out and all that kind of jazz, and he couldn't continue in it. And to be honest, it's a shame really, because it kind of killed his interest in that kind of thing. When you get your heart broken like that, bro. And the thing is, Arsenal didn't want to wait on him, because obviously, if you're a youngster and you're a footballer, that's different. But when it comes down to backroom staff and stuff, they don't give you the same. Oh, sorry, you just missed out on your chance, mate. Whether you deserved it or not, he just got his foot wrong. And I'll never forget that, because I remember the way he went down, and I had to like try. Like, shit, are you alright? Some other guy jumped out of his car, ran down the road after the guy in the Danny, and started writing down his license plate.
Yeah.
Like, I'll never forget that morning. I'll never forget it in my life, because we were going to college at like 8:30, and literally just from, and it's like, raw. He actually went over his foot, and I just remember Alan screaming in pain.
That's crazy, man. How's your brother now, though? How is he now in terms of his foot now?
His foot's all right, but to be honest, like it's one of those ones where I haven't really, because Alan. One thing about Alan, my brother, right? He's far better footballer than me. And he was good. And people used to come like, okay, this is dumb, but because of Alan's first touch and the way, because Alan never used to hold on to the ball for long. One thing I liked about Alan was a quick player in the way he thought and the way he played. Is if you give him the ball, 10 seconds later, he's not going to have it.
Yeah.
Because he's either ran and passed or shot.
Yeah.
And Alan's first, and this is not a joke, people used to compare my brother to Bergkamp because of his first touch.
So he's one of them skills, man. Good.
No, it's not even skills, bruv. It's just the first touch.
Techniques.
It's the technique, bruv. Because my brother, right, you could pass him across or slip him a pass or whatever else, and literally he'll take it in his stride. It doesn't matter how he collects the ball. It's like
on a sixpence, mate.
On it, bang on.
On a sixpence,
a sixpence, that old school expression.
Yeah.
Big up Mama Flossie in the chat, by the way. How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well today. God bless you. And the thing is, like, he was one of those guys that you could give him a pass, cross, he'd kill the ball dead, bruv. It was almost Zidane-like. But Bergkamp had that level of touch as well.
Yeah.
Not to forget Bergkamp. It was just, and I felt so sorry for him. He slept, and you know, and the funny thing is, I remember a time before I even got into football, and Alan was just addicted to football all over the world. And this is how old school we are. Do you remember watching Goal Lazio on a Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh, Lazio! Right, that's
Channel
how
4,
Channel 4 on a Sunday afternoon. Bants nose. Come on.
Yep.
God. What was his guy? The bald guy, the Italian reporter. I forgot his name.
What's his name, man?
Always sitting outside cafes. Always, bruv. He's always jamming outside an Italian cafe.
What's his name? I need to look up this goal.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but he had such a smarmy way. And the guy that used to do the original commentating for Serie A back then was the same guy that got to do the commentary for ISS, or International Superstar Soccer Pro. Do you remember that back in the day, before it became Pro Evolution Soccer?
Yeah, I do vaguely, actually. His name is James Richardson.
I think that's his name, but he used to do all the original Italian football commentary, and then he started doing all the International Superstar Soccer commentary. And he was like, "I'm with the throw," and he used to be like proper bracketed out because you could tell when they dubbed the name over it. But it was class, man. Some of the dodgy stuff we used to have back.
You've got a good memory, boy. You've got a
very
good
you know what? Bruv, ISS, FIFA. I remember football when it was football. That was the thing, and there was the degree. Because one thing about anyone who's kind of watched football in the 90s, and I think you should really appreciate that, is the fact of we still had the physical element of the game, but the tactical and technical element of the game was still getting better. Because don't forget, like, let's say, big great example, I was watching football around 92, 93-ish, so you still had mans like Bergkamp to come, the Zolas, all these guys that just had wonderful because that the European.
For Palmer, I remember Crespo for Palmer and all them players.
Yeah, Crespo. Yeah, but he came in the 2000s.
Batistuta. Is it Batistuta?
Yeah, Batistuta. Yeah, he used to play for Fiorentina. Come on. All those 90 Italian, all the 90s Italian teams are ridiculous.
Crazy.
In the 90s, no doubt, Italian football ruled all, because you had Inter, Parma, Sampdoria. Atlanta was still a decent team back then. Inter, Juventus,
Napoli as well. Napoli.
Yeah,
Milan, AC Milan.
You know what I mean? Italian football was the shit back in the day. Don't ever get it twisted. And I'm not being funny. If you thought, I remember when Juventus sold, when Juventus bought Zidane off of who did they buy him off again? But it was something for like 60 mil at the time, and it was like
was it French team?
I think it could have. I'm not sure because it was just before. Let me check because it was just before. It was like
not Marseille. Olympic. No.
Hang on. Let me quickly check because it was just before. It was before Madrid bought him. It was way before Madrid bought him. Hang on a minute. Bordeaux. Bordeaux from 92 to 90, because I remember when Juventus bought him in 96. That was it.
That's a lot. 60 million is like 100 million now, isn't it? Or 120.
More than that in terms of the equivalent of money. No, in terms of inflation, it's probably way up more than that, mate. Big up into the chat as well. Big up Drew Gunner. Thank you for the artwork, my brother.
Big up Drew.
Absolute G. Big up this guy. Check him out. He's gaming on his Twitch accounts. If you want to leave a link in the chat for your Twitch account, Drew, big up, bro. Big up Bargav, another real Arsenal fan. Very intelligent person as well. Big up Bargav. Lovely people. Yeah, but Like, you know what I mean? We just quickly briefly move on because obviously you did your footballing thing as a player, manager, coach. You know what I mean? You played all sorts of positions. What made you get into the YouTube thing?
You know what, bro? Yeah, I think it was maybe a couple of years ago, or maybe a year and a half ago. Yeah, I started. I think it was when the era of like. One sec.
While we quickly wait for him. Thank you everyone in the chat for turning up. As usual, please, if you haven't, go and smash a like and a sub on the Bantz's channel. Big up for him for taking out this time.
Yeah, big up, man. Big up. So yeah, sorry to thing. So I've been like a member of one. I'm not going to say the blog, but I've been a member of a blog for like
Big
best
up,
part of.
Domino in the house. Big up to
Big
yourself.
up, my brother. I've been on an Arsenal blog for I think about 12, 13 years now, and just reading and commenting on a blog. I remember the time where we wanted to get Wenger out of the club. I think it was around 2008, 2009. You know, people just started getting a bit. They were just annoyed, in it, that 2008 season where Gallas lost it, and what's his name? Fingers had a really bad ankle injury.
Is that when Gallas was crying on the pitch?
Yeah, and all that kind of stuff. And
is that when Diaby hurt his ankle?
No, it was the forward. What's his name? The Brazilian guy. I can't remember his name. Short guy. Wicked.
Eduardo.
Who?
Was it Eduardo?
Eduardo. Yeah.
Eduardo.
That's when. Yeah. And that season, so there was a lot of, grumbling around those times, in it, about Wenger and stuff like that, because we hadn't won a title since 2004. We were having a great season in 2008, and this is all what I can remember. So I think in about 2009, 2010, I started regularly attending this blog online. I still regularly attend that blog online. So, but you know what? I also like to hear opinions of fans as well, and rival fans as well. So about a year ago, or probably a year and a half ago, I started listening to, is it Northside? Or maybe probably a little. I don't know if you've heard of Northside LD, and he's like an Arsenal. He's an Arsenal guy, isn't it? So, but he's one of these guys. He's always like, he's not upset, but he's got high standards, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I started listening to him quite a bit. I've maybe been on YouTube probably longer than that, but I didn't start streaming until last January, I believe, and I didn't know much about, the streaming thing and all that kind of stuff. And I remember Northside, I was in Turkey, I think, at the time. And Northside, there was phone-ins, isn't it? I think he had a phone-in, and this was my first time I went on his channel. There was like a phone-in, not phone-in, but guest. I wasn't a guest. I just had a little. I think we lost the game or something like that, and I was fuming. Yeah, and I went on his channel, and I was moaning about it and all that kind of stuff. And I just remember that was my first intro to YouTube, being on the stream. And then after that, Tony Gunner as well. And I don't know if you've heard of One Touch TV. My guy.
Yes, I have heard of One Touch.
Yeah, my guy Niger Kunle. He invited me onto a stream, and that's the first time where I met Tony Claude. And we were discussing Arsenal as well around the time. And around those times, I remember I was like, do you know what? Is it longer than a year? It might be 2 years, I might be like...
His memory's going like
yeah, I think
he's getting older.
Yeah, it might be 2 years. It might be 2 years. But I do remember that I was in Turkey and I streamed because I've got a video. I've still got the video on my phone when I actually spoke to Tony and One Touch TV at the time. So yeah, after that, I just thought, you know what? I'm just gonna set up a channel.
Wait,
You
hang
know,
on 1 second. What pattern looks like my ex's bikini? Like, what are you talking about, Drew? Well, what? What are you talking about? The pattern on the background? Because you do realize that's a wolf sitting in a clearing in a forest, right? So unless your ex was built like literally like a horse, what patterns are you talking about? But sorry, man, I didn't mean to. So that comment grabbed me. I apologize.
mad
Oh,
thing.
on
Was
my
he talking
shirt.
about your
On my
background or his
shirt.
background?
Oh no, he's talking
Oh,
about my shirt. On my shirt.
oh,
That's a shadow shit from Babylon 5, bro. Like
mad thing, mad thing.
spider like. Sorry
Looks
about
like a
that.
spider, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
supposed to, man. It moves like that as well.
yeah, so yeah, I just started doing little streams here and there, little shorts, videos, and I just got into it from there, really. You know, odd video here and there, watch alongs, and this is when I started. I think I don't know when did I hook up with you guys? 2-3 months ago or something like that?
You first spoke to me, I believe, on one of Tony's streams
Was
about
it? It's only stream.
about 2-3 months ago. Actually, I'm trying to remember how the first time. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Because didn't I meet you on a watch along with him?
I can't even remember, bro.
I don't even remember how I met Banks. You know, I'm looking back at it, I'm thinking, how the fuck?
I can't remember, man. Was it a watch along?
I think it was.
Was it a Chelsea? It might have been an Arsenal Chelsea game then.
Yeah, it might have been a 2-2 at Stamford Bridge, actually.
Yeah, it might have been one of those type of games, isn't it?
Maybe.
Because did I meet you and Yeti at the same time, or was it just you?
No, you met me first. You met
Yeah. So
I think.
yeah, I'll have to go through my archives of my videos and stuff, yeah, because I've got probably over 100 videos now, which isn't a lot in the YouTube world. But you know, I'm not someone that regularly does videos. I'm upping up my game slowly and
For me, it's finding the time, bro. When I got the
yeah,
time,
it's just finding the time and doing what you're doing. But you know what? Yeah, I like it as it is at the moment. But yeah, that's how I first kind of got into it, really. You know, especially during the COVID times as well. You know, just watching videos. You know, just watching other people's videos, people ranting on their videos as well. That because that's quite entertaining and quite funny sometimes. You know, when you've got the AFTV stuff as well. I tend not to watch a lot of that stuff now, but I do like watching. Is it Turkish and the Big Six? You know, Big Six Bants. I like Never a Foul. You know, I really like a lot of those channels. Obviously, you know, I've got my boys, Wolfgang Division, big him up as well. Tony Claw TV, big him up as well. You know, and you know, all the other channels, Lee Gunner, I like his channel as well because he's another one that is persistent in, you know, wanting better for the club. People might look at him and think he's negative, but I like what he's doing. He's smart, you know. He's very smart in how he's going about his thing as well. So I
think with Lee, because he's such a rebel, he appeals to
everyone. Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, sorry.
No, I was just about to say because he goes against the grain, doesn't he?
Definitely. And for me, I'm coming more at an angle with my thing. I'm quite a person that's, what can I say? I'll be reactional to the result, in it, kind of thing, isn't it? You know, because
I've seen bands get angry when certain games have
No, of course. No. Listen.
You're brilliant on Arsenal.
Listen, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100. Yeah, that's me. I keep it 100. I'm not gonna be like, you know what? When I'm upset and vexed, in a game, you know me, bro. I won't even say much.
I know. You're just if bands goes quiet, watch out, bro.
I'm like, you know what? Don't even think. And then, you know, most times, you know, I'm cool, usually most of the times, but it's been a hard period, man, like before the Palace game, because you have to remember, and a lot of rival fans, as long as we continue to not win titles, we're going to be the banter club, for a lot of rivals. So a lot of rivals expect us not to win anything, you know, to bottle like we did last season. So you know what? This season, even though we didn't have the expectation last season, this season, I don't care what anyone says, yeah, people had expectation, maybe to win one little cup, an FA Cup, a Carabao Cup, or something, you know, and then runners up to, I don't know, Man City. There was an expectation, yeah. I don't care what anyone says, and this is what grinds me, bro. Is that the way? And we're not fully out of the title now. People can say what they want to say, but I don't think it's not over until it's over, as far as I'm concerned.
The title's nowhere near.
Even though we know what City's about, yeah, when it comes to a certain time of the month, and we know that Liverpool are on this trajectory at the moment, that's amazing. So
Liverpool are more than City, by the way.
yeah,
because they
that's
got
what I'm
more
saying.
firepower than City.
Yeah, exactly. But and people saying, "Oh, Liverpool need to go through their bad patch and stuff like that." I think Liverpool's bad patches have been draws. You know, I think when they draw games, that affects them more than losses because they haven't lost. They've only lost one game, which really they shouldn't have lost due to VAR.
Own goal as well. Yeah, it was an own goal.
Yeah.
As well.
So I was expecting something this season, and you know what? Although the season, I don't think is over yet. There's still a chance, and until that chance fully diminishes, then I'm gonna be like, do you know what? Let's just win games now, isn't it? Let's just win games to the end of the season. Let's just be competitive. Because the minute we don't show that we're competitive, and the minute we don't show that mentality, that's when you're gonna see me, yeah, on the switch, bro. I'm telling you. And I'll be switching, bro. I've still got my opinion on Arteta. Yeah. I've still got my strong opinion on Arteta, whether he's the man to take us to the next step. Big up to everyone that's just joined. I still got my questions on my questions of Arteta and whether he was the right move. I would have preferred to have a Chelsea type model where, do you know what? If you're not performing after 2-3 years, out the door, bro. Yeah. I like that model. I like that model, bro.
Well, it made us relentless. That's the thing. Because a lot of people say about us firing managers, but the thing is, when you look at it, it worked.
Look at all the trophies you got, bro.
Hey,
Who can tell you anything? Who can tell you anything?
Dude, that's
anything.
Look, I don't know if you saw me and Ola haven't. We got a little WhatsApp group, right? That Tony Clear TV and Bant started, where we got the little content creators that we all go back and forth to each other. And I was digging out with Ola the other day, and even he was like, "Oh yeah, but you guys have crumbled over the last couple of years." And I was like, "Yeah, bro. When you become European elite, then you can talk to me, because Chelsea are European elite." And if everyone goes, "What do you mean you're European elite?" Well, over the last 10 years. No, bro, it's not even that. Over the last 10 years, we've won at every level of Europe. Middle, top, Super Cup, Europa League, like whatever. We've won
Champions
League, two Champions League, two FIFA Club World Cup. Yeah, we've done it all, bro. We've done it all. I will say this, regardless of how many trophies you have as a club, having a complete trophy set is different. Because if you've got at least one of each, you can say, you know what, we've done it all. And the joke thing is, a lot of people, oh, but your team's only like this many years. Whoa. 1905, not 2004, bro. We were around before Abramovich. Hang on a minute. Here you go. Oh, you forgot a Club World Cup, by the way. So that's 6 European trophies over the last 10 years, regardless of level. So, you know, it's not been a bad tenure for Chelsea. And the thing is with Chelsea, right, and I will say this regarding to Arsenal, going back to Arsenal, in a way, Chelsea did last season what Arsenal need to do now in terms of got the squad completely, like, take it all away, like take out all the dead wood like we did with the Mason Mounts and the Kaya Vartzes, bring the wages down and just allow the club to reinvest. And because literally, like, I know a lot of Chelsea fans hate it, but the way he's done it in terms of he's taken the club back to a basic level to a degree, but he's also given whoever stays there long term a good basis. Because obviously, as a footballing man, he's not that great, but as a businessman, Todd Brohy is the guy. So it's one of those ones where if we can get to someone to handle the football provisions, like, we'll be all right. But with Arsenal, I think with you guys, if you guys had a manager in Arteta who used all the assets available to him, like, because I will say this, like, for Arsenal fans, it must be frustrating you guys this year because you do have expectations. and you do have like, well, we all believed it was going to be Partey, Rice in the midfield with Odegaard in front of them, and you know what I mean. The whole system that Arsenal was using is not quite set up the way we expect it. Timber, I do feel, was a massive like blow because he could have been like a solid guy either left or right back. I think he's better on the right, obviously, than he is on the left. Okay, I apologize. I'm sorry. I did mean you're. We got into the Club World Fight Club
Yeah,
Champions
yeah.
because of the win in the Champions League. So yeah, that's the reason why I said it like that. I apologize, DJ Craig. Out of the entire squad, I'd only keep Saliba. Do you agree with that? As an
Who,
Arsenal,
me?
yeah, as an Arsenal fan, Drew Gunner says out of all the entire squad, I'd only keep Saliba because
Nah, man.
you've got
Nah,
that coach
no,
as well.
I'm keeping Rice. I'm keeping Jesus probably on the wing.
On the
Um,
right, yeah, I'd play him there as
yeah,
well.
you got to have a spine in your team, innit? And I do think that we do have some good players. A lot of you know what it is as well, yeah. A lot of players in our team, yeah. Are they getting the right coaching? But I wanna take you back to something that I was gonna say. So
Oh, sure.
you mentioned like about clearing out the deadwood. What I feel has happened is Arteta cleared out some of the deadwood and the big wages, but he's actually regressed this season again, and it's like he's doing the same thing. The Carl Havertz signing, yeah. Let's just compare two players, yeah. Kai Havertz and Cole Palmer.
Mm-hmm.
How much was Cole Palmer? 40 mil.
About that.
What's he got? 10, 11 goals, 12 goals
Something
already?
like that. He's only 4 behind Jude Bellingham, I heard last night on the grapevine.
Yeah.
So he's
And we've
bang.
got Kai Havertz, yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? 65 mil, yeah. Probably on like 250, between 250 and 3. I don't know if he's on 300k a week. Do you know what I'm saying? Doesn't even touch Cole Palmer, yeah. In my opinion, do you know what I'm saying? In terms of his,
Cold Palmer,
yeah,
mate.
yeah.
Cold.
Well, do you know what I mean? In some way, and even though Jorginho is like a squad player, yeah, and he
He's all
was like,
right, man. He
and
is
then, no, listen. I'm not saying I don't rate him. Yeah, I'm not saying that he didn't do it. He hasn't done a job for us. But I just feel, yeah, that we needed to do better. Do you know what I'm saying? In terms of like bringing in like someone that is, someone that we bought Rice. So we paid for Jorginho, and then we bought Rice in the summer. Yeah. Who was Jorginho? Who was Jorginho replacing? Was he replacing Partey?
I
So we've
don't
got
know.
Jorginho, we've got Rice, and we've got Partey as well. It's just like three midfielders, yeah. We've got Odegaard as well. We've got Kai Havertz.
Don't forget you bought Jorginho mid-season last year, so he wasn't a direct. Was he?
Yeah. None of those players, though, none of those players are like what I call dynamic players. Yeah, where they, like you've got your Vieiras, you've got your Caicedos, and all those type of players that can run. Yeah, they're
Box to
physical,
box.
box to box. We haven't got them type of players. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I wouldn't say Odegaard box to box. I wouldn't say
Xhaka was close.
Xhaka.
Close.
Xhaka could do a job. Yeah, Rice. I don't even think. Yeah, he's an 8. I don't think Rice can play in an 8. There's a difference between playing in an 8 and a proper 8. Yeah, he can do the job, but I don't think he's. He's like a great 8. Yeah. When the team just got a bit of a weird balance at the moment, and Arteta, yeah, I don't know what he's tweaked this season, but I think he went for the control thing where, when we score a goal, we sit back and, like try and soak up pressure and, on the counter attack, then score another goal. But it's I'm not liking that. I want to go back to last season, bro. The way we played. I don't like this system how we're playing this season, man. I really don't.
DJ Crane says Xhaka did the best job and left half a good season after 7 years. Ain't fooling me. Well, to be honest, I think Kai Havertz was signed to replace the attacking thing that obviously you lost with Xhaka, and Declan Rice was there to. I think Declan Rice was the Xhaka replacement. But the thing is, I think it works better. Not to say that obviously Rice replaces the goals that Xhaka contributed, but replaces the defensive work that Xhaka used to do.
Yeah.
And maybe like because you guys have never played this Rice Partey pivot with Odegaard in front of them. I do believe that is you guys' strongest midfield in the sense of like what you can all round ability and keeping that balance, like you said. But it's just one of those ones where honestly I don't know what Arteta is doing, like in the sense of because you have players you don't use. The only thing I really say that winds me up about Arteta, right? And I'll just say this just as a person, if I was a player or a coach, and the really scumbag thing he does in the skullduggery was like when he brings players on with like 3 or 4 minutes left.
Yeah, that's taking a piss, man.
And the thing is, you're bringing attacking players as well, and it's just like, all right, if you're making a substitution just to kill the game out, fair enough. But if you're a Trossard or you're an ESR and you get brought on with 87 minutes and get told from the boss, here you go, just go and play for 3 or 4 minutes, I'd be like, what? Like, what am I supposed to do in 3 or 4 minutes? And quite often, someone almost does, like ESR, for example, he'll almost do something and it'll be like, all right, but only if I had more time, eh? But I just, there's certain ways he does things, like, because if you're losing something like 2-0, he'll wait until like the 70th minute to do anything about it. And it's a bit like,
Bit
all
Wenger,
right.
man. Seriously, man. He's just anyway. This guy, man.
Yeah.
He frustrates me, man. Arteta does. He does a lot of good things, but the bad things he does very bad. If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Just to answer this question, answer what just Drew just said. He said, "Who replaced Xhaka? Because when he was in the midfield, we wasn't getting run through as easily as we are this season." Well, the balance is different. The thing is, back last season, Drew, you had Xhaka and Partey trying to screen the back four when you guys lost the ball. Hence the reason why you guys didn't suffer in transition as much as you guys do this season. But now it's just Rice on his own.
Yeah,
because 9 times out of 10, Odegaard and Kai Havertz are caught higher up in the pitch when you guys are caught in transit. That's where you guys lost against Fulham a couple of weeks ago. When literally you just let them go at you and 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 at you. And after you guys scored your first goal, that was it. Fulham just took over in the and it was like they were just running at you continuously. I think Bance even said it himself. It was just like there was just no protection from the midfield.
No protection, man. Nothing.
Over the back foot. And to be honest, like DJ Crane said about in the 90s football with Football Italia, back in the day, and just like with Arsenal as well under George Graham, you were lucky if you got through the midfield.
Defense.
You were lucky. You were lucky if you got a chance to shoot at the back.
1-0, in it. It used to be 1-0.
Yeah, but the thing is, that was the thing. But the thing is, the midfields used to shift around and screen the back four. So the idea is before you got our back four, there's still another four for you to go through. And the thing is, this is when you had guys like Petit and all them like that as well. Absolute ballers, bro. I know. And obviously, you said about the Rocastles and all that kind of thing, like the Thomases. These guys, not only were they good technical players, they were stiff ballers, bro.
Yeah.
Stiff dudes. Like you ain't just barging them off the ball. No. You got to do more than that. And that's why I always say, footballers back in the day now, compared to what they are now, the footballers nowadays are soft. Because I'm not being funny, right? And I do stand by this. Yeah, big up to Drew on his next up comment. We had proper players though, Wolf. Yeah, I hear you, but that can apply to all of football. Because I'm not being funny, and I'll use this comparison, right? Messi and Maradona, right? They're compared as similarly players at similar levels, right? Blah blah blah. But if you actually look at that, who the game they were in, right? People were trying to break Maradona's legs when he was playing against him. People were trying to take him out. People were trying to kick him to get him off the pitch, literally as hard as they could. Go watch a compilation of some of the fouls that he got compared to, say, someone like Messi. Messi gets a little tug here. He rolls across the floor 5 or 6 times. If you're doing that, Bance, if someone was to fall over after someone grabbed their shoulder and rolled over 5 or 6 times in the 70s, 80s, and the 90s, what would happen? Nothing. They will just tell you, just get on with it. Just what you do, get up. Just get up.
Leave you rolling about and just get on with the game.
Get on with the game, brother. Like, you know what I mean? Because I'm not being funny. Like, what? A third, 3/4 of what you... I don't even know. Like, 3/4 of what you see as a foul nowadays, you wouldn't have got as a foul 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. And go watch some of the horrendous... I might even do a little video on that one day. Horrendous tackles back in the day, bro. And you just see how players got wiped out and they got their legs snapped, and some of them never came back, bro. Great example, right? A name that everyone's familiar with, Brian Clough, right? Famous English player. Never got. He was 28. He was I believe he's still the fastest English striker to 250 goals in the Football League, period. And so it doesn't even, you can take it even Shearer's record. He scored goals faster than Shearer.
Who's that?
Brian Clough.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he was wiped out. And the reason why I used him as an example, because the injury he got when he was 28, when he got wiped out by the goalkeeper, not only did he destroy his knee, he got a fractured skull.
Whoa.
He got both of them in one helping. I can't remember exactly. I think he done his knee. I think he done his knee cartridge. Actually, I'm not sure. I need to go check it. Oh, there you go. Big up DJ Crane with that name. Wimbledon, mate.
Easy.
The Crazy Gang. Who remembers the Crazy Gang? Vinnie Jones, John Fashanu, all them lot, bro. Those are guys you didn't ramp. Vinnie Jones will come up to you and crush your nuts in the corner, bro. You remember old-fashioned
Gaza, innit?
Yeah, Gaza as well. He could be quite dirty as well. And Leeds. How can we forget the Leeds United? Johnny Giles and all them lot back in the day.
Bobby Earl and all that. My mate played with Crazy Gang, innit? Marcus Gill. He played with those guys as well.
Bro, you need to hook me up with some of these ex-players, bro. You need to get me like more Wolf than
you see these man though, yeah.
I'm gonna be tapping bands from that one, bro. Like,
yeah, but the thing is, do you know what? One day, I'm gonna see if I can get him on the show one day. You know, it's gonna be difficult, but I'll see if I can get him on the show one day and see what if you can talk. And Marcus Gill.
Oh, Marcus. All right.
Yeah,
okay.
because these other guys, they don't, they've got their lives and their families now, innit? So you don't really hear from them and stuff like that, and you lose contact in it. I've got Marcus Gill's number though, so I could actually
big up. That was called gritty football, bro. A lot of teams were dirty in the 90s, bro. Yeah. That's why I said like it was stiff. Look at and that's the thing if you want to see, right, that's why I say if you want to watch proper ballers, watch Ronaldo at Barcelona 94. Or watch him his first season for Inter before he gets injured, and how he is just taking the piss out of these guys, right? And this isn't during the 90s where defenders with defenders, people were proper, and this guy's just bending them all up. Because that's one thing I will say. On his day when he had 2 knees, Brazilian Ronaldo is still by far the best player I've ever seen, because he had power, pace, strength, energy, ability, dribbling, and this guy always used to go around the goalkeeper. It was like it became a trademark. Going around the goalkeeper became a trademark of Brazilian Ronaldo. And I tell you what, it was disgusting, bruv. It looked like the rest of football wasn't even ready for him. It really, and I'm not even being funny. If you don't believe me, watch his goal in for Barcelona when bless his name, Bobby Robson grabs his head and he's actually standing there like that. Because he can't believe what he's just seen is the fact that Ronaldo has just beaten 5 guys and finished it. And as I said, these guys were trying to drag him down. They were trying to block it. There was even one moment with 2 guys trying to sandwich him. They actually try and sandwich him. And he just pushes through both of them. It's just like, that ain't going to work. Later.
Hey, boy.
Bless him. Bargav says, came back from an ACL and still was good. Well, the thing is, the problem with Brazilian Ronaldo was, even though he was still one of the best players in the world, he had no knees. And that was in both legs. And that was the sad thing, because if you actually, when he came back for Inter after his first big ACL, his cartridge in his left knee, when he came back, literally he got the same injury in his right knee. So the guy had no knees, and he was still one of the best finishers in the world. And the thing is, not many people remember that this guy was inhibited. His own body inhibited the level of play that he had. And it was sad, because anyone who'd watched Brazilian Ronaldo before he got the first big injury knew this guy was one of a kind. One of a kind. All those Brazilians, man. Romario as well of the day at Barcelona as well.
Oh, Romario, man.
Romario was a deadly finisher.
He's still balling now, you know, he's still balling at whatever age he is now. He's still like, you see like little clips of him playing like age football and stuff, and he just twists it.
Romario was a baller. Hey, dude, Zico, if you were, Zico, Dunga, all these guys that I tell you what, the 70s, bruv, Sorry,
Garincha.
Goretzka. Yeah, Goretzka. The guy with a bent knee, bruv. The guy with a. I love Goretzka, bruv. Proper like. If you
Yeah.
want to talk about a guy with a funny knee, but he would just be like zip, 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 zip and bend up bare people. But yeah, Goretzka, definitely a shout. Ronaldinho as well, always playing with a smile on his face and his famous celebration. I'll never forget that goal he scored against Chelsea. And man stood there, shimmied his foot, baffed the whole Chelsea defense, and then toe
Bro,
it into the back of the net. I remember, I was like, nah, he didn't just score. No, he didn't. He just scored, and it was like a curved toe poke as well.
Yeah, the referee robbed you though that night though as well though.
No. That was 2009. You're talking about 2000. That day we beat Barcelona 4-2. So that's not the infamous 1-1 at Stamford Bridge. Many years. The chip. Yeah, to big up the chip as well. If you're talking about Ronaldo, Rivaldo, or Ronaldinho, because they all chip people at one point. Rivaldo as well, by the way. Big up Bargav.
Yeah, Rivaldo.
That bicycle kick, bruv. The deadly free kick taken. He was a baller as well. Went to Olympiacos though. I don't know why.
Adriano as well.
Yeah, oh, what a shame about Adriano, bro. I don't know what happened to that boy.
He turned into a shotter apparently. He shot in and all that kind of madness now. Yeah, man, he went a bit
bro,
wild.
You were in a pro case at one point with John Terry, man. What happened to that guy?
What happened?
Don't forget, back in the day on Pro Evolution Soccer, Adriano was on the cover. Remember?
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
This is going way back, like nearly 20 years ago now. Jesus Christ!
Crazy.
Big up the pain, like Bane. Adamir, big up, brother. Hope you're doing well. Oh, Ronaldinho at the bridge. Oh yeah, the little chip poke. Yeah, it was a mad goal. It was a mad goal. Very mad goal. But the thing is, like, unfortunately, like we're going back because we're going to talk about Brazilians now. But when I don't know how Banks feels about this, but as a coach, I feel sorry for like coaches nowadays because of the mentality of footballers. And just quickly, like, what do you? Because I'm gonna round this up soon. What do you think of like the current player mentality? Give me your break because you've been a coach, you've been a player, regardless of level. Right, you give me your breakdown. Do you think football is heading for disaster, or is it one of those ones where it's just modern football and you have to get on with it?
You know, I was thinking about this before I came on the show today, and I was just thinking that the expression and, you know, the freeness has been coached out of these footballers these days. You know, I can only talk about my club, you know, where, you know, the Sakas and the Martinellis, they just don't express themselves now. You know, it's just they do something, then they pass back. You know, everything has to be intricated. You know, there's no like freedom of expression on the pitch no more. You know, it's like it's all robotic. It just seems a bit too robotic for me. And I think what happened with the sports science and, you know, you've got to run this amount and this time, you know, you have to make this amount of passes and these type of stats and percentages. I just think, you know what, yeah, some players are more happy to be in, you know, play it safe rather than to take that extra risk. You know, you've got, you know, players, you know, DMs, yeah, that don't even want to run forward, but just want to play side to side. And it just gets a bit boring. I like players that want to take a bit of risk. Yeah, you might lose the ball, yeah, and you know what, yeah.
I am, but big up Jezza in the chat, Arsenal history and more. If you don't know about this legend,
man, this show's going to be going on for a while. But yeah, so as I was saying, I just think the creativity, a lot of the creativity has been coached out the game. Remember, we used to, like a few years back, or 10, 15 years back, we're seeing like goal of the month, like every month. These days, yeah, the goals this season, apart from that banger from that City, that United guy, what's his name? Garnacho. And there probably has been some. There has been some good goals, but I can't actually recall a goal or that has been absolutely special this season. I remember Son when he done that run from near defence where he scored that goal, where he ran from his defence and he scored that goal. But I haven't seen nothing really special this year. maybe I can't think of, but it's your sorry, a little cat trying to jump on me. It's the football's just changed, and it's just not. It just doesn't seem as it used to be. I don't think it's going through a disaster.
Mm.
We've got a lot of new coaches as well implementing their systems into the game as well. But I
Now,
miss.
what do you think it is? Like, wasn't coaching kind of the reason for the drop in mentality? Do you think that that's true?
Um, no, not really, because in coaching as well, you learn discipline as well. Without coaching, you're going to be free to do whatever you want. I just think players are overcoached these days. Yeah, there's more reliance on percentages of passes, XG. Do you know when I have a conversation with people now, people will say, "Oh, look at his XG." I hate that word or those letters, XG, when people, well, look how much XG he's got. I don't care how much XG he's got. I just want to know, can he put the ball in the net? Is he able to cross? Do you understand? Yeah. Can he
Mm.
take on his man? Yeah. Is he good at tackling? Yeah. Do you understand? Can he intercept? Yeah. Can the keeper kick the ball out? Can the keeper throw the ball? It's simple. It's mathematics. All of this overcoaching and percentages and all that kind of stuff, it's boring to me. Yeah, it's good. It's good for statistics. I get it. I do understand that side of things, but you look at some of the players now, and they've lost a lot of their
Early doors.
creativity. I'll just give you an example of two wingers in my team. Saka, for example, when he burst on the scene, that guy was fearless. He didn't care. He's taking on his man. He's doing this. He's doing that. Martinelli the same. Now, the guy can't even run to the touchline. Yeah, without looking back and passing it back. And maybe looking around, and it's boring. I want to see my players. You know what? If you get tackled, you get tackled. But take on your man. Yeah, run into the box. Do something. Yeah, be brave. And I think a lot of players are losing that.
That's a good word. Do you think that's it? Do you think because of the way football's highlighted nowadays, these boys don't want to take the chance and risk the exposure of being the guy that made a mistake? Is football not necessarily as creative as it was and more inhibited because of the tactical side of the things?
Well, you have to remember, yeah, that there's more money in football now. Yeah, so there's a lot of margins for error. So you know what? It could be a game where you need 3 points and you mistakenly pass it back, and then someone just jumps onto it and scores a goal. Your team loses 3 points. That could be the difference between you staying in the league and staying up. That could be the difference between you staying up and earning 60, 70 million to you getting the drop. And I think you get more when you drop as well to the championship as well. I think about 100 million or something like that. But it's fine margins. Everyone wants to stay in the Premier League. I get that, but it's almost that everyone is. And this is another point I need to make as well. Yeah, why do the top teams always look to copy Pep? Why does Arsenal have to copy Pep? His style. If he's inverting players, then Arsenal have to invert players. Is our coach not unique? Is he not generational, as people call him, an elite, that he can't come up with his own ideas?
Bro, you know what I mean?
What I mean.
When it comes to styles of play, no one has been criticized for their style of play more over the last 20 years than Chelsea. And I'm not being funny. When we were playing with Drogba and we were told we weren't playing pretty football, and we mounted up trophies, man. Sometimes it's not about doing it pretty.
Also, West Ham as well were heavily criticised about playing the West Ham way.
Yeah, Moisey. They even sacked him for it, then rehired him.
Listen, yeah, they hated a certain style of play, yeah. But you know what? Now, they've got a style of play, but it was never as good as they were back, in the days of like Dixon, you know, Palo Di Canio and all those guys there.
Bro,
They,
I remember when
used
West
to
Ham had
ball.
Defoe and all them lot, bro. Do you remember when West Ham
Yeah,
had Defoe, Rio
that's
Ferdinand,
and all that.
Coco, all
Yeah,
them lot? They were
they used to play.
balling.
Yeah, they used
They
to
were
play.
balling.
To play ball. But it's just like now, and I think even now, yeah, Moyes has got that kind of like it's Moyes ball now, isn't it? It's like, you know what, we're gonna be strong in it. Do you know what I'm saying? And we might, I think this style of play, what they're doing now, is probably more sustainable if they want to maintain, you know, a higher status in the top 5 or 6. And you know, they're attracting very good players at the moment. I think they've been linked to another player today. I can't remember his name, but they're attracting very good players. So I would look out for West Ham. Maybe not top 4 this season, but you know, next season, you know, they could be in there with a shout because
You know what? The only thing I think about West Ham is they need another proper striker because Mikel Antonio's getting a bit older. He's getting a bit more injury prone. I think if they can get a decent centre forward, and I'm not even being funny, someone like Broja would suit them lovely, to be honest.
Who, Arsenal? Oh, West Ham.
Yeah, Broja, because he's played with them before. He's a bit rugged. He's a bit because I liked how Broja played last night. But like and how you were saying about, I think you said yesterday about how he was leading the line well, and he was. But the thing is, like, if you wanted to see what summed up modern football in a nutshell, that Middlesbrough Chelsea game would sum it up perfectly because at least 4 of our goals were them giving the ball away, and it's just 10 years ago, 20 years ago, people didn't make that many mistakes. Nowadays, mistakes leak out of teams. And it really is like sad. Everyone, if Jez has a show tonight with his big panel, I believe Lee, Yeti, Kenny himself, and there's someone else. I'm not sure. Oh, Matty, the Southern Gooner. Yeah, no. Yeah, no, Lee Gunner I've mentioned. Matty, the Southern Gooner will be there. Big up to them. Don't miss that. What an elite panel. The Yeti man, Kenny Ken, Lee Gunner, all those guys there. Catch them on the Arsenal History Show and more tonight. Have a look. Don't miss it. You'd be a fool to miss it. Top content creator with a top panel. Check that out. Big up Anthony Herbert as well in the chat as well. Big up guys. Leave that picture alone, Tony. That was a proper team right there. Proper team.
Listen.
Is that the double winning team? Is that the double scene? Is that the double?
I think so. Yeah. Listen, early doors, mate. Yeah. When you win a Premier League, yeah, then come and talk to me. Yeah.
All right.
We will one day win a European trophy, but listen, mate, you need to start off in your own league first, yeah, before you can start saying we dominate everything else. Win one of these, bro, and then you've got my full respect forever. I will never say anything ever to you again. Clip that.
Just tell me you won a World Cup, Tone. Beat that.
Oh, whatever.
Oh, hang on, wait. Handbags are out.
This guy's always on me, man. Seriously.
He never said a word. He just
no,
said,
he did. He goes, dusting
said,
on
no. Yeah, he's saying you glad you dusted it off, which doesn't, which technically is bullshit anyway because it's digital. So
no, but I know what he means. Yeah, it's old, isn't it? No, he dusted it off. I understand all that. No, it's just bouncing it. It's bouncing it with me and
I know.
Great guy, man.
Even jabs at me on occasion, but you know, I'm smiley though. I'll sit there and take it.
Definitely.
But I tell you now, but because obviously for me, like when it comes to, there's a lot of teams now. I will say that there's a lot of teams now at the moment that have the potential to threaten other top teams now, and it's thank you, Mama Flossie. Yeah, sorry. Football Bants, John and Tony's there in links. Links in the chat. Big up the Arsenal history and more as well. It's all love, abs. You know that, of course it is. Except when they play each other, then it gets grisly.
Yeah.
Arsenal won the World Cup with Pat Petit. No. Drew. 3 or 4 Arsenal players played in that World Cup, and Will Tour maybe 5, like at a stretch. About 12, 13 players of that World Cup squad were in for West Ham, bro. There's an immense difference. There's having 1 or 2, 3, 4 guys like Chelsea have had in the England squad over the last few years, but then there's complete and utter, like half the squad plays for West Ham, and it was. I think I'm not sure. Tony, if you can actually help me out and tell me how many like West Ham players were in that squad. tell me, and if you can correct me. But yeah, as far as I know, it was a fair chunk of them. It was a fair chunk of them. But Abs, look, I've had an hour and a half of your time. Hopefully, you've enjoyed it.
Yeah, man.
If you anything else you want to add or drop in there, because we've spoke a bit about coaching, which is nice.
I can't think of anything, maybe, well, future, what we're going to be up to probably in the
Yeah,
future.
go on. We're on the YouTube content creator, so yeah, have you got any aim? Let me just quickly ask: have you got any aim for your channel and stuff like that? Because obviously, me and you do the Banter Wolfie show. We can pick up that later, but you know what I mean. Like, what's your aim for this YouTube thing? Is it just something that's always going to be casual for you, or are you looking to like blow up? Like, what's your aim, brother?
Bro, I'm just on a casual thing at the moment. I'm not. Do you know, at this moment in time, I'm just taking it easy because there's a few other things that I'm doing in my life at the moment that are kind of priority. When I get the chance, I'll do some more content in the future. But for now, I'm just keeping it, casual. Every now and again when I'm ready, I'll jump on. I'll do a stream. I want to concentrate more on my shorts as well, on the bants kind of shorts as well, make them more funny and stuff as well. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment.
We got Tone. Yeah, the three Tone. Great show, Wolf and Abs. Frank Lampard, Joe Cole, Michael Carrick, Anton Ferdinand, and someone else, Glenn Johnson. A lot of people don't realize this, but even John Terry was at the West Ham Academy before he was at the Chelsea one. So
John Terry was a midfielder back in the day, mate. A lot of people know that.
Well, I remember Paul. How many people remember?
A very good midfielder as well.
Paul Terry. Does anyone remember Paul Terry, his brother?
Yeah. I remember his brother.
Hang on, 1 minute. Wikipedia. Someone's listed the trophies. How many were? Oh, there was at least 3 of them. Oh, the Hammers Holy Trinity of Jeff First, Bobby Moore, and Martin Peters. Jeepers Creepers. Martin Peters. That's the name I ain't heard in a long time. Jeez Louise. But yeah, have you got any shows coming up this week then? Because you've got your thing with Enemy on Friday, haven't you?
Yeah, so on Friday, I've got a new show coming up called the Friday Link Up Show. I'm going to have some guests on that show. I'm going to have a decent panel. Hopefully, everyone turns up on time. If you're about or if you're not about, then, if you can turn up as well. And yeah, we're just going to...
What time? What time on Friday?
It's going to be 6 p.m. On Friday. I'm going to probably shoot for an hour. And I'm going to be doing probably a little bit more, some more like watch-alongs on the AFCON. Obviously, when Arsenal play, I usually do like watch-alongs with Tony. So I'm probably going to start building up the channel slowly. So, if you're new and you haven't subscribed to Football Bant's channel yet, please go to my site and subscribe. Watch a video. You might see me ranting. You might see me taking a piss or doing something on there that you might like or you might not like. Comment, do what you got to do. But make sure you all like this video today because Wolf invited me for this interview. And if you haven't, if you're watching it now, I'd advise you to go back to the start and watch the video because he actually interviews me and he talks about, he asks me questions about how I got into football and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you're interested in knowing a bit more about me, then yeah, rewatch this video and give it a like and comment.
I don't want to see you take a piss. Save that for OnlyFans. No, that's not what he meant. That's not what he meant, you filthy bugger. I swear, bro. DJ Crane is the dirtiest minded one out of all of them. He is, bro. That guy, like he must. Where is it you live again? Hawaii or something? No wonder why all those grass skirts.
Nice.
Yeah, all those grass skirts have got to him, bro.
Lovely.
I'm telling you. But yeah, just on myself quickly. Big up, Ollie. I'm going to be on Ollie's channel later on tonight myself. I think about 8ish. He invited me on there myself, and yes.
What is that? What's Ollie's channel? What is that? Is that fighting?
No. Ollie's a football guy.
Right. Okay.
He's doing a week 21 season of the season. So
Okay, okay.
obviously he's just doing it in weeks, like with whatever games are there. So I think he's gonna either talk to me about the FA Cup games.
Yeah.
And oh yeah, big ups with big ups for JP as well, my fellow Chelsea Blue boy.
Three brothers.
Hey, all right, bro, that was a good show last. A bit late, but but I'm going to be doing a bit more content with him tomorrow night as well when I get back from work about another 11:30 ish. Hopefully, we'll have deals, and we'll have who else are we going to have on there tomorrow? He told me. 1 minute, and let me just quickly put JP's thing in there in the chat. And who was it? What did he tell me? He did tell me someone else was coming. Hang on, I'll let you know. Just give me 10 seconds. Yeah, deals. And oh yeah, Latimus Prime as well. Latimus is going to be there as well.
Oh, Latimus, yeah.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, man. I like
He's been
Latimus.
hiding for a while. No, Latimus cracks me up, bro. He's such a funny guy, man. I ain't seen him for a while though. He's been away for quite a while.
Bruv, he's up and down. He's up and down, but he'll be with us tomorrow night with the Blue Boys. But yeah, and don't forget, of course, big up my partner here in crime, Bance as well, because we'll be back with the Bance and Wolfie show
Yeah,
on Saturday evening. Hopefully, we'll have a lot to go through, and I can talk about being in too deep in 2 cups because so we'll have to see how it goes. Because we're off to Wembley. We're off to Wembley.
Yeah.
Good luck Fulham tonight, by the way. Hopefully they'll beat Liverpool and will get a foot at Chelsea and a Fulham final. Well done, the pair of you. Good show. Thank you very much, Tony. But
Thanks
boys,
a lot.
but again, football bands, big yourself up. Everyone in the chat, thank you for joining us. Mama Flossie, Early Doors TV. Obviously, the big man himself, Jez, DJ Crane, Drew Gunner. Everyone that's been in and out, I appreciate you all. God bless you all. Bargav, of course. Danny Boy, Liverpool fan. It's been such a great to see you again, mate. I haven't seen you a lot recently, so it's good to see you again as well. All you real and lovely ones, stay safe. Big up. Oh, Pain Like Bane, Adamir as well. Yep, everyone, stay safe. Take care. God bless. And we are out of here. Stay safe, everybody.